regimes are able to monitor or ensure that fixed broadband is at par in terms of its quality as to other developing countries. Similarly, अगर मैं skills की बात करूं, we're running multiple skills program, but जो वो seed of innovation, वो critical thinking का वो जो start होता है, it starts from academic institutions. Unfortunately, most of the academic institutions have a very closed approach when they are, teaching their students just churn out होके आते हैं, so they're not market ready. And then, the industry has to invest, further invest. जिस तरह KP government की आपने बात की कि youth employment program चल रहे हैं, different skills program चल रहे हैं. इसमें I would like to commend Dr. Mohsin particularly, क्योंकि IIM Sciences के साथ I've seen they've got a very open culture. They have kept it very fluid. इन्होंने मुख्तलिफ किस्म के programs incorporate किए हुए, which has enabled कि इनके जो students होते हैं, they're more market ready as opposed to other universities. So एक तो ये challenge है अभी. So the startup ecosystem is a composite of multiple elements. जब तक आपकी इंडस्ट्री नहीं फ्लरिश करेगी और इंडस्ट्री की डिपेंडेंस है एडिशनल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे, स्किल्ड रिसोर्सेज पे, जब तक इंडस्ट्री नहीं फ्लरिश करेगी, स्टार्टअप्स आप लाख जो हैं प्रोड्यूस करें, they're not going to show you results. Similarly, access to finance, Ali Gul Faraz साहब इधर बैठे हुए हैं. Banking, unfortunately, in Pakistan is, there's so many barriers just to open a bank account. कल मेरे पास एक startup आया कि I have to open my business account. They're asking for this many things. उनको एक grant मिल रही थी which has to come into a bank. और unfortunately, we give them an office space, वो सारा letter उनको मिल जाता है, but the banking regime is still very strict. और वो उसकी reasons हैं, because we've remained on the FATF grey list, जिसकी वजह से barriers हुए हैं. It's not very smooth, but I think there's a need for a conducive environment produce करने की ज़रूरत है. KPI वाले भी बैठे हुए हैं, तो जब तक हम इस mindset से निकलेंगे नहीं कि यार हमने जो already taxed वो है क्लस्टर है, उसी से मजीद टैक्सेस निकालने हैं, और जो ऑलरेडी एक स्ट्रगलिंग सेक्टर है जो अभी इमर्ज कर रहा है, उसी को मजीद हमने स्ट्रैंगल करना है, तो वो नहीं ग्रो कर सकेगा.
बिल्कुल आसिम, यू हैव राइटली सेड, जब हम कंड्यूसिव एनवायरनमेंट की बात करते हैं और इकोसिस्टम को क्रिएट करने की, तो उसके लिए तमाम फैक्टर्स, बहुत से ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं. एंड आई बिलीव कि जो हमने आज SDGs की भी बात की, SDG 17 विच इज़ पार्टनरशिप्स फॉर गोल्स, उसकी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है. टाइम बहुत शॉर्ट है एंड देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट आई वांट टू आस्क बिफोर वी प्रोसीड फर्दर इन कॉल ऑफ दिस पैनल डिस्कशन. में ऑडियंस से अगर कोई क्वेश्चन करना चाहता है, 1-2 क्वेश्चन हम ले सकते हैं. इफ़ यू हैव any question from our honorable panelists, तो please raise your hand. कोई ऐसी चीज जो हमारे पैनलिस्ट से आप पूछना चाहें? Any question or maybe a comment? जी, please. बहुत short सा अपना introduction करा दीजिए और question.
Okay. This is Nishat here with you on this evening, and I am from National University for Security Sciences. There was just a comment, I second you, sir, on the things that there is actually huge gap in industry-academia linkage, where we see this thing that universities are at fault somehow, but at the same time, if I talk about the industry, they don't know about their requirements too. If we ask them this thing, okay, put up your things, put up your needs, what sort of students you want, what sort of human resource you want in next 10 years, in next 4 years, even they don't know about that one. So I think that is the time where they need to work on their platform, that what sort of the human resource they want to see in couple of years. And at the same time, universities will try to bring all those things into their program learning outcomes. So this is the gap which we need to fill, and we are trying to work on that one. We have written that one to 12 chambers of commerce right away. We have written a letter to Peshawar Chamber of Commerce too for that thing, and I hope we are going to fill that gap soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You have rightly pointed out and said, और यही हमने बात की. जी आसिम.
You want to go first? So I represent the industry. I'll just quickly comment. Okay, I think skill program after skill program is not the solution. I think what we need to think about is कि हमने एक वो जो culture of innovation है, it doesn't require you to identify certain skills कि यार मैंने AI पढ़ाना है या मैंने data science पढ़ाना है या कौन सी marketable skills हैं. आपने एक you have to sow that seed of innovation. एक क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग वाला एलिमेंट अपने एजुकेशनल उसमें इंक्लूड करना है, एक ओपन एनवायरनमेंट रखना है जो you're welcoming the industry to come in and talk to your students. वो चीज़ मेरे ख्याल में एक बहुत ज़्यादा एक मिसिंग एलिमेंट है, इन more important than the academia industry linkage.
जी जी thank you so much. हमारे पास टाइम बहुत शॉर्ट है. Any other question that you have? जी sir, you want to say something? जी
I just wanted to say that I am disappointed to know that startups in Peshawar struggle to open bank accounts. And in this regard, I would just say, please send them our way. And it is our responsibility that startups in KP should not find difficulty in opening bank accounts. We will facilitate them. And just maybe another tag-on comment to the industry university linkage. I would just say that businesses can always use research projects and assignments, and certainly I would welcome an approach from sort of the leading universities in Peshawar or the province, asking us what kind of research assignments can we staff our students to do that would be beneficial to you as well. And we are always short of resources and struggling to complete all of our sort of daily work, and often lack the time to start sort of thinking more about anticipating things and trying to come up with sort of strategies. So I would say that please approach the companies, ask for specific assignments and projects. And I think that's one of the best ways to get linkages going, when you have an assignment that is of direct relevance to the business at the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, I'm really thankful to all the honorable panelists for joining us this evening. And thank you so much, audience, for your patience and listening to us.
Ji, Hina, just one question from ACCA. So we are the ones who have helped everybody gather over here. Asad Hamid Khan. So we are a very learned group of panelists representing such a diverse sector. So we have academia, we have the government revenue authority, we have the banking and financial services, and we have incubation and entrepreneurship. So what we have recently experienced in terms of the climate change and the impact that it has brought to Pakistan, that we are now saying that 2 to 3% of our GDP forecasted may be lost. So the numbers are still to be received. So in the context that Pakistan contributes only 1% to the global carbon emissions, I think it is the stats jo har ek ko pata chal gaya, and we are the 5th most vulnerable country in the world, and we have seen that in the recent change of weather pattern and the devastation that it has brought. So academia, revenue authority, banking, financial services, or incubation and entrepreneurship setup में हम sustainability पे, climate action पे क्या ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं कि green, क्या आपका green financing, green projects, green sustainability courses या incentivization to projects that are environment friendly and are sustainable friendly as well. So that would be helpful for the audience, because that is what we foresee in the research from ACCA. In next 15 to 20 years, it is a time for the survival, not just for businesses, but for the planet Earth itself. The level and the pace of change that is happening. So what are we doing in our individual capacity to ensure that we ensure that we contribute to that sustainability rather than contributing to the harmful effects. So, question to all the four panelists. Thank you.
जी वही जो पहले हम बात कर रहे थे इंडस्ट्री एकेडमिया लिंकेज उसी से रिलेटेड ये है इन क्लाइमेट चेंज वाटर कंजर्वेशन उसमें एंड एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन आल्सो आई एम साइंसेज पीएनडी डिपार्टमेंट यहाँ उनके साथ हमारा MOU रिसेंटली साइन हुआ है जिसमें हम फर्दर रिसर्च करेंगे यही जो आप बात कर रहे हैं कि व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन नेक्स्ट 5-10 years and what can we do from government side, from academia side कि इसको जितना हम मिटिगेट कर सकते हैं करें तो अवेयरनेस एटलीस्ट आ गई है और जब एकेडेमिया इन्वॉल्व होता है तो पहले मैंने ये भी कहा कि हाँ वो रिसर्च एक शेल्फ के लिए बन जाती है but then some universities also and now with active participation of higher education commission donors also Germans GIZ हैं very active with us other donors also तो इन इश्यूज को ले रहे हैं फ़ायदा इसका ये है कि इसकी वो डाउन स्ट्रीमिंग इन अ सेंस हमारे स्टूडेंट्स भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं और फिर वो एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन है या वाटर कंजर्वेशन है या क्लाइमेट चेंज वो एट मैं कहूँगा एज वाइज वो ग्रास रूट लेवल से वो अवेयरनेस आ जाती है तो लॉन्ग टर्म इम्पैक्ट होगा लेकिन समथिंग हैज़ बीन स्टार्टेड एंड इट इज़ गोइंग ऑन
From the revenue side, I would say that this year there was an abrupt change and we received unprecedented rains and the devastating floods, rain followed by devastating floods. As far as the revenue consideration is concerned, as one of my colleagues mentioned that we are already overburdening the already existing taxpayers. So there may be some truth in it, but it is not entirely true because we are, in KP for example, we mostly rely on a telecom sector which contributes almost 39% to our total tax collection that I mentioned 30 billion plus. But now we are moving toward and we are exploring new avenues in our non-corporate. In non-corporate we have transportation, we have advertisement sector, we have commission agents. So we are trying to explore that from the tax point of view and the devastation caused by the unprecedented floods and rains. So we must switch over to other avenues for our economy, and that is something the policy has to be laid down by the government. We will only try to, as far as our revenue collection is concerned, we will not focus just on some key sectors. We will have to diversify this and we will have to look for some new avenues and new exploring new sections and for our revenue collection. So we should not just be complacent with that. Rather, we should work hard for that and we should find new taxpayers and new potential sectors in taxpayer in KPRA.
So I think there are things that we can do on individual levels. There are things that we as an institution, and there are things that we can try to do externally using our influence and our capital. So firstly, internally, we as an organization are trying to reduce our energy footprint and also work from our head office and other non-bank branch locations in order to reduce the energy consumption. We are also trying to reduce the energy footprint of our branches by installing solar energy where possible. Then we're trying to contribute to better quality, or at least policy making for better air quality in Peshawar and the province by installing air quality monitors across our branches across the province in collaboration with the government and SEED. And hopefully that will lead to a continuous supply of air quality data to inform better policy choices for the province. But then the bigger, I think, part of what we can do is use our capital in a more sustainable way. Capital is not infinite. We have choices to make. And so when it comes to choosing between financing a coal-fired power plant or some other polluting industry versus a more environmentally responsible project, whether it is, in the textile industry, because the buyers around the world are looking for sustainability in their supply chain. So one of the areas where we're seeing in the economy a lot of investment in sustainability is within the export-oriented textile sector. So we have a choice to make which projects we choose to finance and associate ourselves with. And I think that the industry as a whole can try and work on this together, because it may be that the upfront capital investment cost of more sustainable projects appears higher, but the long-term benefit from that, when you include not just the economic benefits, but also the environmental benefits of it, and they have a significant financial impact in the longer term, I think it's a wise choice. So we are trying to make better choices with our capital as well.
Should I go? Yeah. So we have a short-term response. We're working towards the rehabilitation of the flood affectees at the moment. We've partnered with a social enterprise. एक प्लेटफॉर्म है flood.pk के नाम से, जिस पे आपको रियल टाइम सारी इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही है. उसमें we're working to converting that. It was a crowd sourced platform. Now we're working to make it a crowdfunding platform. Donations collect कर रहे हैं. Plus we've got a bunch of startups that in itself are working on different क्या कहते हैं climate related challenges पे काम कर रहे हैं. तो उन्हीं startups को use करते हुए we are trying to provide relief to the flood victims. In the long term, what we plan to do is that rather being responsive, we're being proactive, and we're introducing a hackathon जिसमें we will find solutions that can essentially address climate change related issues. और उसमें हम students को academia industry के linkages की जो बात होती है, so we're going to identify ambassadors, student ambassadors who are going to work in their universities, respective universities, to advocate for climate change, and plus develop solutions जो कि आगे जाके deploy हो सके that can tackle effectively climate change related issues. Thank you.
Thank you once again for highlighting the issues or जो इसके solutions है. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are done with the panel discussion. Thank you, ACCA Pakistan.
Thank you, Ma'am Hannah and the panelists. I request you all to kindly stay on this stage for a bit. Yes. So that was quite an insightful discussion, and to express our gratitude, we'd like to request and present a token of appreciation. So I'd like to request Mr. Asad Hamid Saab and Mr. Asad Malik to please come to the stage and present token of appreciation to our esteemed guests. Please give a huge round of applause to our esteemed guests and our honorable moderator. Ma'am Hina Karamat, if you can come to the front. Thank you. Dr. Muhammad Mohsin. Thank you. Mr. Jehan Bahadur. Thank you. Mr. Ali Gulfaraz. Thank you. And Mr. Asim Khan. Mr. Asim Khan. Sure. So to our panelists and our members, can you please come to the stage for a group photo? Fahad, please join us. Thank you, everyone. Moving ahead with our conference, for a strategic partner address, I'd like to call Mr. Kamran Ashraf, Project Director, National University of Security Sciences. Mr. Kamran has been working on different government projects in Australia and has served as Project Director at National Renewable Energy Program of Government of Western Australia. Mr. Kamran, please join us on the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for ACCA. Thanks for ACCA. I meet one of my friends, Shahid Khatak, after 17 years in this conference. So my topic is putting Pakistan on global digital map. There's lots of things I need to discuss, and I have only 15 minutes to talk about. So digitalizing Pakistan, I can give you some example which I have seen in Australia in the past 15 years and compare. I have spent, this is my first time, I spent 6 months in Pakistan, then I can figure out where we are and where is the rest of the world. I can give you a little bit example. Today, when I'm coming to the conference from Islamabad to Peshawar, I got 2 speeding tickets also. And my speed was around 140. And the third time, I had one of the guys in motorway police. And I told them, if I run away, what you guys will do? They don't have anything to do. When I was comparing these things with Australia, Australia have drone camera, speeding drone camera. If I even run away, they capture my driving licenses also, and also the car plate number. The fine will come to my home. Also, this is digitalized where we are is also. And another thing is also talking about passport. If I go to Pakistan passport, you can use, there is no way you can use with the e-gate or anything. And most of the country you will see is also with the e-passport is also. I notice a lots of notes for our speaker, respectable speaker is also and especially with the bank account. One of my friend talking about bank account is also, yes. When I was opening my bank account in Pakistan, I never have bank account because when I graduated, I left the country. So when I was opening my bank account, I'm not mentioning the bank name, but they told me, they were asking me, if you want to put this card, you need to put 3 million rupees, and then we will give you this card as also. I think, okay, I can put it this. And my card took around 2 weeks. I can get my debit card. It's take 2 weeks is also. So it was very strange. When you compare these things to in Australia, you can get the card in the same day as also from the same bank as also. It's not hard. I get some data. It's called Easy Paisa. Easy Paisa have 9 million monthly active account, 9 million. One of the largest transaction in Pakistan in digital marketing. It is not hard. If we have a 9 million digital active account with Easy Paisa, I was so surprised as also. And digital mapping in real estate. I have noticed in 2025, if Pakistan is using, they can have $8.7 billion market is open for us is also for digital marketing. We talk about, we have respectable IMS, sciences, sorry, Mohsin Ali Saab. We are opening a university in Pakistan. It's called National University for Security Sciences. To open university in Pakistan, I was thinking it will be very easy to open it. Oh, but it is a milestone to open a university, education university. It's very hard. We will be the first university in Pakistan that will be helping one of your data. Some of Capra, when someone saying the data is important, how to secure your data. We'll be offering a course of Bachelor of Cybersecurity, Bachelor of Information Security, Bachelor of Data Security, Artificial Intelligence. Respected guest told about the climate change, how we can control our environmental security, economic security. These will the courses we'll be offering in our university. So we're talking about ethics. Ethics was some of the guests was talking about the ethics. Yes, ethics is very, very important. We will be the first university in Pakistan that Siratul Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will be the separate department, and we will be putting the life of our Prophet, how it was in business and everything. We will put it in our degrees also. We go to a different chamber of conference, and one of the work colleague told us is also, I have been going to the Salkot Chamber of Conference. They have $4 billion export. Their daily problem is cybersecurity. How much is technology is important? Is they don't know how to use it, how to send money, and how to secure their account is also. I can pay my bill from last 6 months. I'm using my phone. My Australian mobile number is not working anymore. So what I have done, when I call to pay my mortgages and everything is over there, so I call them, and they have a speech recognition is also. So they straight away open my data. When I was calling first time, asked me the security question first time, then I told him, like, yes, I'm in overseas, and I have changed my number, but they have all of my data was there. So they have my date of birth, where I live, what is my driving license, what is my passport and everything. So they have everything is digitalized also. So it's not hard in Pakistan is also. I done my bachelor from UET Peshawar. Honestly, I never done researches also. I went in 2004-5, we don't know how to do research. I done my master in cybersecurity. Of everything is research there. And I agree with you, with the Sir Mohsen Ali, I think, that and most of the research people is doing for, yes, I'm assistant professor, going to be associate professor, I can get some extra money and everything is also. But actual research and when you go to the world is different. People do their hard work and they know what to get from this is also. I started my PhD recently, IoT technologies, Internet of Things. So I have been, this is agriculture department gave it to me. So they're using their cattle services. Their cattle services, so Australia is exporting a lot. So when they're sending even 10 cattle from Perth to Melbourne, one of us died. During the driver didn't know how the cattle is, but what we do, we wirelessly, we put a chip in the cattle, so we get the temperature is also, or the cattle is hungry is also, we're doing is only with the small chip is also. This is the power of technology is also. In Pakistan, if you want to go to be digitalized, you need to have economic stabilities also. You need to have political stabilities also in the country. We have an example of Bangladesh. Bangladesh they put it 5 year, now 4 year, Bangladesh have more than 70 department. They have already digitalized also. So it's possible if we can have put our energy and everything. And Pakistan, one thing I have seen it is also, when we build something, we don't put there will be repairing and updating and all the stuff is also, which is most important is also, I think. Thank you very much. Thank you for ACCA. If you have any question, you can ask me anything is also.
Thank you, Kamran Ashraf Saab. Please come back to the stage so we can present the token of appreciation. Sorry for that. Mr. Fahad Saeed, can you please come and present the token of appreciation to our guest? Please give them a huge round of applause. So now moving ahead, before going to the conference and for the next talks, we appreciate the ACCA approved employers in recognition of the support provided to the ACCA trainees working towards the ACCA membership. So the first ACCA approved employer is Anwar Javed and co-chartered accountant. So Anwar Saab, can you please come to the stage? Do we have Anwar Javed Saab in the audience? So we'll call out the next approved employer, that is the equity consultants, Shujaur Rahman. Shujaur Rahman Saab. Shahid Khadak Saab, can you please join us on the stage from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Economic Zones Development? And to present the memento, I'd like to call Muhammad Ali Saeed Saab and Ms. Hina Karamat. Thank you. Now I'd like to call Javed Khan Afridi from Lady Reading Hospital, MTR. Javed Khan Afridi. All right. So next to our next approved employer, Mohammad Burhan Safi from Mohammad Burhan Safi and Co. Do we have Mohammad Burhan Safi in the audience?
These both are here, actually, maybe outside. So I'll check with them.
All right. Khyber Teaching Hospital, KMC and KCD, Ikramullah Jan. Or any representative from Khyber Teaching Hospital. And lastly, we have Tax Pro Accountant, Zohaib Ahmed. Now, I'd like to call practical experience supervisors to appreciate their efforts toward helping young ACCA students and affiliates completing their journey of becoming ACCA member. Mohammad Ehsan Shahid. Mohammad Ehsan Shahid. I'd like to request Asim Khan. Acha. Dr. Mohsin Saab, can you please join us on the stage to present the memento to Mohammad Ehsan Shahid? Thank you so much. Next is Murtaza Hassan. Murtaza Hassan. Can I please request Kamran Ashraf Saab on the stage to present the memento? Please give them a huge round of applause, please. Next up, we have Sarah Khan. Sarah Khan. Can I please request Muhammad Ali Ibrahim Saab to come to the stage to present the memento? Thank you so much. And lastly, we have Waleed Mushtaq. Waleed Mushtaq. And I'd like to request Fahad Saeed to please present the memento. You want to speak?
Just want to add a few things. If we can invite on the stage the ACCA members right now present in the hall. If all the ACCA members right now present in the hall can raise their hands. So join us on the stage for a group photograph. So please, a huge round of applause for ACCA fraternity. Now I would like to request Asad Hamid Khan Sahab also to come on the stage. Fahad Saeed. I think थोड़ी सी तालियां बेतकल्फी से अगर बजा दें, these are the ACCA stars, the future, the ambassadors of ACCA. So over to you, Aruj.
Thank you, everyone. So as we wait for our chief guest, who's just seconds away, I'd like to call our last speaker, Mr. Fayaz Jalal, Executive Director, FF Steel. He holds experience of more than 2 decades in financial planning and strategic financial management. He will be discussing the leading inclusion of simple steps and significant leaps. Mr. Fayaz Jalal.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी, गुड इवनिंग. इट्स ऑलवेज वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि इतनी लेट तक इंतजार किया जाए और लास्ट स्पीकर तो ऑलवेज ऑन द एज और द वर्ज ऑफ द डिनर होता है. सो आई स्टार्ट माय सिंपल talk with 3 words. Normally, anybody on the screen, can you write 3 words? Normally we use that CPR. CPR. Can you write on the screen and display on that? What does it mean by CPR? Can anyone know that? It's a little bit medical term normally when somebody goes cardiac arrest. Definitely. Yes, cardiac preliminary resuscitation. Normally the last word is difficult. I use the rescue. So can somebody write on the screen CPR? When I was sitting on the table and looking ke itne zyada like log the, main kya baat karunga. So I was planning what to do, what to work, how to talk in the thing. So suddenly there are things come in my mind, and I was going to read the ACCA. They give me the literature to work on that. So when I look the slides, so these 3 words come on mind, and I say ke inhi ko start karte hue let's work on that. हो गया जी? Yes, 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 yes. Just 3 words, CPR. वर्ड पे कर ले, वर्ड पे करके 3 CPR. Word, any किसी भी PPT पे, any PPT, I need only 3 words, CPR. यहीं पे टाइप कर लें आप, if you can edit that. Dr. Saab is talking about CPR. Can I move the stage? के नहीं है खड़ा होना पड़ेगा मुझे. मैं move नहीं कर सकता stage पे, I think. Yes, I have. If I have my.
Hello.
So that is good because इतनी लंबी तकरीरें सुन के हमने बड़े like लोगों से we have a conference and question answer sessions and all the things. So let's have enjoy in that way. So my all graduates ACCA fraternity, these 3 words normally I practice for my almost quarter century career. If you can add 1 word on that, that is value. So what I did in my quarter century is that I create value. C for that, value. I create value. The second thing is that I protect value. And the third thing is that I report value. And I can bet you want to, आप इसको भूलने की कोशिश करेंगे, but you can't, because these 3 words can collect the entire life of an accountant. When we start our career, what we do, we want to create values. And normally we go in a data sciences and modern accountant side, we have to work the values, data, all these things. So machine can go the computing all the things. We have different machines, they can compute the things, they can give you speed on that. But the more important thing is that being a professional accountant, strategical thinking, if you can create value, that is the most important thing, and that is the creation. The modern accountant, sustainability, we were talking about sustainability and all the things. If you can create the value, that's the first thing any entrepreneur want to do that. And the second thing is that you have to protect the value. Being a custodian and financial thing, you have to protect the value. If you can protect the value, you are a fantastic accountant. And the more important thing is that no worries. Excellence, Assalamu alaikum ji. So our excellence is there as well. And the last thing is that report the value. So if you can create the value, you can protect the value, you can report the value, you will be the fantastic professional in entire career. So only these things, if you can recap, if you can think on that, and if you can inbuilt in your career, I think you will be the fantastic professionals. I think finance minister is there, and I think we have to handle the stage to our finance minister for that. So जो भी है जी आपका, you can call him for that. I'm okay because I'm looking that I'm available. ठीक है, आप जब कहेंगे I'm done. So, acha. So these 3 things we practice in that, and when we talk about the sustainability and inclusion come from these words. The best accountants in the world, they normally look the capital and then create the capital in that way. जहाँ से वो उसको multiply करते हैं. The second thing is that when we say the value, the अच्छे accountants जो होते हैं वो अपनी balance sheet को protect कर रहे होते हैं sustainability के लिए. And the more important thing is that reporting. all your ethics, your standards, your audits, your regulators, all these are working for the reporting. So if you can work on these three words, you have the fantastic career in your life. Thank you very much, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Fayaz Saab. I request you to kindly stay on the stage. And I'd like to request Jahan Bahadur Saab to present the... It's all right. To present the token of appreciation to our guest. Thank you. So now for the inaugural address, I'd like to invite the chief guest of today's conference, Mr. Taimur Salim Khan Chagra, Minister of Finance, KPK. Talking about his achievements and projects, he is providing leading support in expanding the BRT network in Peshawar. He has served on high-profile projects in health, education, and power sectors with national and multinational companies. He will be sharing his views on KP as Pakistan gateway to economic prosperity. Please, sir. Over to you.
औज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। ये इवेंट जो आका का हो रहा है, आप सबको मैं वेलकम करता हूँ। और अभी मैं ऑफिस से आया हूँ ट्राइंग टू डील विथ जो एक इकोनॉमिक डिजास्टर पाकिस्तान में चल रहा है, उसका जो फॉल आउट हमारे बजट पे हो रहा है। तो lots of ideas, lots of challenges that literally I'm finding and fighting with right now. एक तो अभी आने से पहले मैंने एक न्यूज़ आइटम सोशल मीडिया पे देखा कि हमारे जो फॉरेन मिनिस्टर हैं बिलावल भुट्टो साहब, उन्होंने शायद अभी कहीं कहा है कि हमें कि वो आईएमएफ से मांग रहे हैं कि आईएमएफ अपने कंडीशंस जो हैं और लोन के टर्म्स और पेमेंट्स जो हैं वो तब्दील कर दे। तो मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई क्योंकि मुझे कम से कम याद पड़ता है कि आज से कोई 4-5 हफ्ते पहले यही चीज़ मैंने खात्मे मिफ्ता इस्माइल साहब को लिखी थी। तो कम से कम ये तो साबित हो गया कि जो बात मैंने 4-5 हफ्ते पहले की थी, एक कि मैंने प्रोएक्टिवली की थी और दूसरी कि अभी अच्छा है कि फेडरल गवर्नमेंट टाइम पे आ गए। और इससे एक जो सबक आपके लिए है कि अगर कोई काम करना हो तो वैसे प्रोएक्टिवली करना चाहिए, क्योंकि बाद में जब आप करते हैं तो देन लिटरली a lot of water has flowed under the bridge. But on a more serious note, मेरे ख्याल में जो 2-3 चीज़ों पे मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ। एक तो वाकई जो हमें आगे इकोनॉमिक चैलेंज फेस होगा पूरे पाकिस्तान को, और दूसरी चीज़ जो मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ वो जो खैबर पख्तूनख्वा को आगे एक फिस्कल चैलेंज फेस होगा उस इकोनॉमिक चैलेंज की वजह से, और ये दोनों जुड़े हुए कैसे। और जो तीसरी चीज़ जिस पे मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ कि सिर्फ खैबर पख्तूनख्वा जो है वो इकोनॉमिक प्रॉस्पेरिटी के लिए गेटवे नहीं है, हमारे सारे सूबे। लेकिन अगर हमने पाकिस्तान को जो है एक इकोनॉमिकली डायनामिक मुल्क बनाना है छोटे मोटे बेल आउट्स पे या डोल आउट्स पे